Well, hello there. Welcome to Hanging with the Hags. Well, we got another travel day today. So we spent the last few days up in the Shenandoah National Park. This is on the west side of Virginia. We ended up opting for a campground that had full hookups this time, although that wasn't necessarily our plan. Not a lot of harvest hosts in this area that offer multiple night stay. So that was one factor. And then the second factor is I had my eye on a campground up in the park. That was a first come, first serve. We were going in on a Sunday evening, so I figured there would be plenty of spots available. And then as we're heading there, leaving West Virginia, Vicky was doing a little bit more research, and it looked like it had like a 35-foot or 38-foot limit. And so, of course, we're 41 and a half with bikes, and so we started looking for an alternative. And this RV park actually ended up working out really well. It's in the town of Waynesboro, which is on the far south side of the Shenandoah Park. So Shenandoah Park has a 105-mile skyline drive that runs north to south, and we're at the very end of it on the south side, and we're probably 15 minutes from the park entrance, which was a great location. And this park probably has 150 sites. It's called the 340 Campground. It's right off of Highway 340 as you go north out of Waynesboro. And so we ended up calling. The posted rate, I think, was $50 a night. And they ended up giving us a $10 military discount. So that was nice. And yeah, had full hookups. And even with all the trees here, again, very impressed with my Starlink setup. I think I have the version 2, the big antenna, and no issues going right through the trees. So we had great cell service, satellite service, and then it's always nice to have full hookups, where up in the park it was a boondocking situation only. So anyways, and then we actually went up and drove through the park up there in Big Meadow, which is up on the north side. Very, very large RV park, and it says there's sites that are 65 or 75 feet long. Yeah, not meant for big rigs. I don't think we could have got into any sites at Big Meadow, not a single one. And then the one that was a little bit closer on the south side, as you go in the south entrance, there was another campground there. I forget, Black Rock maybe. And that one also, it was Lewis Mountain. That was the first come, first serve site. And although there was a few sites in there, we could have got this thing in site-wise. They had one tree on one corner as you entered, and there was no way. There was no way that you're getting in there with anything probably bigger than 30 foot. So maybe a 30-foot fifth wheel, maybe a 30-foot trailer, 35-foot fifth wheel. You probably could have got around that corner. Anything bigger than that, you weren't going in. So anyways, we opted for here, and it ended up working out really nice. The guy in the office was super nice when we pulled in. We had an Alliance Avenue right next to us. Although I didn't get to talk to Ken too much. They're from up in New York, heading to Brunswick. So they go down to Brunswick each year, snowbird down there in Brunswick, Georgia, and then they're up in New York, living on a yacht, it sounds like, for their summer. Anyways, yeah, so I just wanted to let people know that the 340 campground here in Waynesboro is super nice. There are quite a few of what I would say is permanent residents. Like this whole back wall here is all permanent residents. And then there was a couple of other loops that were designated permanent residents only. But this pull through here is absolutely massive. So, and it worked out really good. And it was super close to the national park. So, I mean, 15 minutes away to the entrance wasn't bad at all. We didn't really use any of the amenities here. I didn't go in the bathrooms or anything like that. But I saw a lot of other people coming and going. So, and then in the summertime, I do know that they have some pools and hot tubs and stuff. So, anyways, yeah, we're at this point, we're heading into Virginia. We're going to, I'm not really sure, it's a military base. I've heard of it, but I'm not sure what it is. It's called Fort A.P. Hill. I probably can't say on YouTube what's up there, but anyways, no videos there because I got in trouble once for that, so I won't be videoing at the next location at all. But we're only doing one night at Fort A.P. Hill. It's just out of Bowling Green, Virginia. We're gonna pull in there. We're going to hang out for the night, and then the reason why we're going there is because they have RV storage. So we're heading into Maryland for seven days. So that'll be super fun. We're heading into Maryland. We're going to park the RV in storage, very reasonable rate. I think it's like $35 for the month, and they only do monthly, no daily. So, but $35 for the month wasn't bad. We're going to head into National Harbor, which again, I believe is in Maryland. It's probably a half an hour south of like all the Washington, D.C. touristy things. Staying in one of our timeshares there. But the purpose of going there was this weekend is the Marine Corps Marathon. And if you know anything about me, I used to run a lot. Unfortunately, my running days are long over. But the running group, Wear Blue, Run to Remember, they're sponsoring a mile at the Marine Corps Marathon. And so like we volunteered down in Fort Worth, Texas last year for the Cowtown Marathon. We're gonna volunteer again up here in DC for the Marine Corps Marathon this weekend. So that's on Sunday. So that'll be super fun. We'll be able to go out and support our running group that's expanded globally now, which is really cool to see. And certainly a worthy cause. And so, yeah, we'll do that on Sunday, spend the rest of the week in DC, and then back to Bowling Green, pick up the RV out of storage, and stay, I think, a night or two there, and then we're heading down to Chesapeake, Virginia. And at some point along all of that, I got a solar repair to do. I burnt up my solar charge controller somehow. I'm hoping it was just a loose wire at the connection that caused some extra amperage to fry it. But I gotta order one of those, hopefully through Amazon, get it delivered somewhere in DC or pick one up in DC and then get that installed. Because as you know, we boondock a lot, and not having solar is somewhat of a problem. And so anyways, I'm sure it'll all work out just fine. And then from there, we're just heading south. We're going to make it all the way to Key West again, spending a month down there. So super excited. Long range plan, at least in the RV community, 2 months out, is to be in Key West by 15 December. And I think we have everything locked in to make that happen. So anyways, I guess I'll quit rambling. I got my coffee this morning, Go Guard. And yeah, thanks for watching. If you got any questions, let me know. If you're down south in the area and you want to link up, shoot me a text or something, or leave me a message, and we'll connect. We'll stay on the coast most of the time. So if you're in North Carolina, the Wilmington area, South Carolina, a couple of areas all around South Carolina, and then Savannah, Georgia, and then St. Augustine, and Cars. We're going to be back at Cars. So Elton, if you got time, I know you just bought a new house, but if you got time to link up with us at Cars, that would be cool. And then yeah, jetting on down to Key West. All right, thanks for watching. Yabba dabba doo. We'll be at a campsite near you.